Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
no honors to the apostles, great millstone, peace and blessings to the elect. No great millstone, Dallas camp. We got the main camp over there, the elders. A little further down doing a side lesson. We decided to come over here and get it in as well, man, and get into the mindset of our people right now. And what's going on in America, man? As Esau is opening everything back up, man, in these certain states. When it started in Texas, now other states are starting to do the same thing, man. Okay, and now people think everything good, man. They getting these stimulus checks, they getting all these extra money from unemployment. So Jake basically quitting their job, making more money at home, join unemployment than they would if they was working, man. And you got these women, receiving these, tax time. You got taxes hit. You got these damn women with these 3 and 4 kids. They getting about 5, 6, 7 G's just off taxes. Then turn around, get another 7 or 8 off this stimulus check, man. Woo. So our people are at ease, man. Okay, our people are at ease in this place, man. Not knowing what's really to come, man. Not knowing that the sinister plan that Esau is doing, man. Okay, because he's all doing this. He's doing this stuff to eventually crash the economy, man. You got something, brother?
I was gonna get that in 2nd Ezra 16. Going into how the visuals are so cheap, but I'm gonna get it for you. Oh yeah, 16 and like what, 21?
Yeah.
21. Yeah, 2nd Ezra 16 and 21. Behold, his visuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Yeah, these people thinking they in good case, man. Now is the time you can really, since everything is kind of, opening back up, you can go get a car for cheap, you know what I'm saying? You can do all these things, go to Walmart and get these different deals, man. Everybody thinks that, they're in good case, man. When that's not the case, man. Keep going, brother.
And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Yeah, so while all this stuff is opening back up and everything, and they think everything is good, these certain goods are cheap. They can get them, man. They can just, basically things are so-called going back to normal. What did it say? It says great confusion. And what did it say? What else did it say,
brother? It says, for the earth shall be wasted. What? Let me start up. Sorry about that. 2nd Ezra 16 and 21. And then I'll jump to the second part of that sentence. It says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Yes, evils are growing up on the earth, man. Niggas offering whole families over stimulus checks, man. All this stuff going on. People getting killed in these horrible accidents, man. We just had with this snowstorm, that 100-car pile up here in Texas.
Yeah.
Their famine is growing too, man. Because you had in Colorado, man. Colorado is getting fucked up, man. The Lord is really hitting that place, man. They had a storm come in, drop I think they said 16 to 14 inches of snow.
Yep.
Then another one came, dropped another 2 feet. Then another one about to hit Colorado, man. And when you look up into the stuff that Colorado actually produces, man, the crops and stuff, they corn, all kinds of stuff that, wheat, So it's about to be a famine in this place, man. So while you thinking going to these concerts, thinking everything is going back to normal, the Lord is about to smack your ass, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Ezekiel chapter 14, starting verse 20. Though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, saith the Lord power, they shall deliver neither son nor daughter. They shall but deliver their own souls by their righteousness. But thus saith the Lord power, how much more when I send my sword judgments upon Jerusalem, the sword, and the famine, and the noisome beast, and the pestilence, to cut off from a man the beast. Yet behold, therein shall be left a remnant that shall be brought forth, those sons and daughters. Behold, there shall come forth unto you, and you shall see their way and their doings, and you shall be comforted concerning the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem, even concerning all that I have brought upon it. So as the brothers go into these different judgments that are coming on, that's the 4 sword judgments that they have to follow. The sword, which is a killing issue, which what's the modern day sword? Guns, and ultimately it's going to end up with what? The nuclear missiles. That's one of the last prophecies, one of the last plagues. Also what? Famine. Brothers going into what? Colorado being attacked by the weather. So that's heavier. People are going to starve, man. That's going to cause people to get greedy. they're gonna cause to use that sword. You know, doing some beasts, people get killed by dogs, different various wild animals, and pestilence, disease, coronavirus, germ warfare by the devil. And those are all four sore plagues that Heavenly Father is starting to send, man. And soon they're gonna get worse.
They said, I think when we started reading, it said something about Noah. They were in it, man.
Yep.
You know. Hey, and we in it. We gonna be here, man. To tell you that in Psalms 91, man. You know, when the Lord bring all those judgments, man, how we gonna be seeing 10,000 falling at our right side and 1,000 at our left side, bro. We gonna be, you know, the remnant who the Lord saves is gonna be in the midst, man. When all this stuff is taking place, they gonna be, they gonna have that covenant around them, man. You know, that's what we hoping to be, man. That's why we come out here week in and week out, man. You know, that's why we try to, you know, apply the scriptures, man, to our everyday life, man. You know, because you can come out here and you put up a front, but if you go home and you're not actually living the scriptures, then what's the point, man? You know, you can only fake for so long for the Most High reveal what you really are, man. You know, and we hoping to be covered, man. That's why we doing this, you know, for our children, man, and our women, man. You know.
Yeah, that's why Jeremiah 30th chapter talks about Jacob's trouble. You know, and then what does it say after? It says that he shall be saved out of it. Talk about who? Talk about the elect. You know. So I got this real quick. This is Isaiah 30:1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me."
And you see that, if I can say, you see that going on with who? Chiefly, the so-called black woman. She's taking these various stimulus packages and relief packages, you know, and build businesses and things of that nature. And she's giving her alliance to who? Esau, Edom, man. Just like Eve did to the Satan, or the serpent, I should say. And that caused what? Rebellion.
Bro, they got something now called cancel culture, right? So they'll do something like cancel cartoons that are deemed inappropriate now, like Looney Tunes, like that skunk, Pepe Le Pew. You know what I'm saying? What's that other one? They cancel somebody else. No, they
Dr.
cancel.
Seuss?
Yeah, they're trying to do cancel all these things, but then they'll promote. What's her name? What's her name? Cardi B. Yeah, Cardi B. And what's that? She was putting in that video. Megan Thee Stallion, shaking it, pretty much filming a softcore porn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They'll promote that, but then now they want to say that Pepe Le Pew is promoting rape.
Oh.
You know, but you got women literally half naked on a TV, live TV on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But the cartoon is a problem. You know?
That's why the scriptures say wrong judgment proceeded when you read Habakkuk the first chapter. There's a whole bunch of reprobates walking right here, and these reprobates running everything. And that means being void of righteous judgment. So everything is backwards. Here the brother's explanation, that's kind of thrown off his head, bro. That's because the wrong judgment is proceeding this place. That's why the Most High's judgment is because of it.
Wrong judgment proceeding. Wow.
Well, I was going to say, we should look at there was a lawmaker in New York. She's promoting that kindergartners will learn about sex education. You know what I mean? So which one is worse? Pepe Le Pew or fucking a 5-year-old learning how to use a fucking strap? Loosen and shit.
Homosexual knowledge and homosexual tolerance and all that type of stuff. And you say, which one is worse?
I got a little more on this. This is back in Isaiah 30:1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin."
You shall not surely die, man. That mindset, man. Taking on the whole philosophies of Esau Edom, man. You know? That's why you got these women so proud as they are, man. And you got simp-ass niggas who actually believe in that, man. Woman worship, man. America and Esau pushes the worship of a woman, man, over a man.
That's fucking 90s, man.
Oh, y'all see that video where that one girl had that dude on his knees begging? Y'all see that shit? On the video, the brother Mike out in LA had the video and she was telling the dude to crawl to her. No, don't walk, crawl to me. And the dude was crawling to her, bro. I was like, man, his spirit is broken, bro.
He gone.
He gone, man.
So I did that. Woman shall surpass a man.
Woo.
It's back in Isaiah 30 and 2, it says, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. You know, and that's exactly what our people, man, our people are so far gone to where they don't even think about asking the Lord for something, you know?
Right.
They'll be like, man, we getting that stimulus check, you know, we getting our tax, we got a stimmy, and then we got our taxes at the same time. Yeah, damn.
It's what it says? It's a pandemic. Getting bands in a pandemic. That's what niggas said. Well, it's a pandemic. The brother not from Memphis did a sit down on it. Like, damn, my nigga, it's a pandemic. I got 1,400. Like, you stupid ass boy.
Jake is gone, man.
Hey, but you know what? What's going on with the stimulus package? You can say that's really ties into with 2nd Ezra 16 and 21. The victuals shall be so cheap. They get that money, but that money is really causing inflation.
Yep.
People don't understand that. Because how are they giving us this money? They're simply printing. They're spending money. They're adding on to the deficit. The deficit is already past 20 trillion. So imagine with the stimulus check. Biden's gonna be spending at an exponential rate, just like Trump did. Trump with the hardest spending when it comes to the deficit. How much more so for these damn stimulus packages, man? They're not gonna do nothing but really crash the economy.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna heal this place, man. That mom was in power, and all this quarantine, these measurements and stuff like you said, printing money and doing all these things. That does not what create hyperinflation. It values the dollar. Pretty much, it's gonna be like the wine world companies where they would shuffle barrels of dollars.
Fire.
I'm sorry, when they was using firewood, toilet paper, all those things. That's why Jeremiah 51 said, y'all rule the hill Babylon, but she is not here. Take mom for a pain. Ain't no type of money y'all gonna print is gonna do. You know, that's all prophecy. But at least they're intentionally thinking they're crashing it to start the new order. But hey, it's all still prophecy from the Heavenly Father at the end of the day.
Yep.
This week you had that dude from the Federal Reserve, the chairman, what's his name, Powell. He had made a couple of speeches, I think, this week. Pretty much people expecting for the rates to go up when it comes to like I guess like currency and stocks and
Interest rate.
the interest rate too. But then they were also expecting for the inflation to go up about 2.something%. You know what I'm saying? But he said that everything was cool. You know, the last speech that I believe he said that everything was cool, but they're still expecting the inflation to go up that 2.something%. You know, because of what? Because of this what does Biden call it? He calls it the relief package or something.
Relief package.
Yeah, but you destroying the economy at the same time.
Yeah.
You want to make people at McDonald's get paid $15 an hour, and that's gonna make the economy even worse too.
Yep.
You know. I got a little more on this. This is back in Isaiah 30 and 3. It says, "Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. For his princes were at Zion, and his ambassadors came to Hades." You know, so that's right, man. You trusted in the shadow of Egypt, man. You know, we in the shadow of the valley of death, and then you putting your trust in Esau, man, so-called white man, and he don't give two excuse my language, two shits about you.
Yeah.
He only do it, man. Biden really ain't shown what he about. He don't give two. They talking Kamala Harris is a damn African American woman, but a few years ago she was titled to be an Indian, East Indian.
Wow. Yeah.
Now they're using her to pretty much cater to you so-called Negroes, man. And y'all eating it up. Y'all trusting in Esau. Y'all trusting in Egypt too much, man. The Lord is gonna bring it down hard on you.
No. But the brother had called for Jeremiah 51. 51:8. I got it right here for you. Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take bond for her pain.
Right.
For
Babylon is so destroyed, man. You know, in the spirit, and that's what we're coming into. When you take a bomb for something, what are you doing? You're trying to ease the pain. And that's what they're trying to do. Relief packages, when you take like Neosporin and all that type of stuff, that provides relief from a cut or an injury. So that's what they're trying to do now. The stimulus package, all these different QE3, the QE4s, all these different things, man. They're trying to provide relief to keep this place afloat, man. It's not working. No matter what they do, they got 200 holes in the ship, and they only got 100 corks. You know, so it's not going to work. You know?
God. For so be she may be healed.
Right, and so be she may be healed. Do all these things and release the stimulus package, all these different things. And so be this economy can get back to where it was in its heyday.
Right.
Yeah?
We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
Right. The Most High wanted to heal this kingdom. He could have. But it's not the kingdom of heaven. Okay? This ain't this. That's why YAHAWASHI said, "This is my kingdom, my service and faith." But this ain't our kingdom. It's not our rest. It's not the rest for the nation of Israel. Otherwise, the Most High would have kept this place afloat.
Right.
What is he doing? He's waking up his elect, and then he's bringing Esau down. Go ahead.
Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country.
That's what a lot of people do. A lot of heathen nations. They're taking this money and going back home. You know, you have expats from the Philippines, and they make money and send the money back. You know, and I don't know if really trying to stay here anymore. You know, this ain't. It's been evident that this place ain't the land of opportunity. You know, this ain't America the great anymore. So people are forsaking this place. You know, celebrities are living in Europe. America ain't even living anymore.
Yep.
If you notice, they said that Kanye West is the richest black man in the U.S. now. I'm like, damn, I know Jay-Z richer than him. Where he at?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody staying here no more. Stevie Wonder, like, I can't stay here. Look at this. This is a disgrace. Yeah. He went to Ghana.
Stevie?
Yeah, he's like, I gotta go.
Damn. He see the bullshit. If he see the bullshit,
damn. Just like, I can't take it no more.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's saying a lot, man.
He said he was tired. Yeah.
He tired of
this bullshit. Damn. With the beats. Oh, man.
This is Isaiah 47. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." You know, and that's what that brother brought out in that precept. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, America is getting to that point where it's going to be, there ain't no return, man. The Lord is revealing the sins and the wickedness of America, and it's gonna get to a point where now them wounds ain't gonna be able to be what's it called bombed like they mentioned earlier. You know, right now everything is being brought out slowly but surely.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's being brought out, man. America's full of shit.
That's right. Hey, I'm sorry if I can say this, and that's how these other, well, I should say, and that's why we're going to start seeing these other nations hate that war. It talks about that in Revelation. That ties into that, because right now, if you look at the relationship between China and America, it's still interdependent, meaning they need each other. So China, they'll actually manipulate their currency to make it look weaker than what it actually is, man. And they're doing that for the time being because we're buying out their things, man. Because right now, the American dollar still reigns king. But that's slowly but slowly changing with digital currency. Now it's a race to really control what? 5G. This 5G is going to control everything, the new grid, man.
Right.
And then that's when the game shall begin. Look, World War III, when we see it come into fruition. You know? But these other nations, like the priests are bringing out, they're going to begin to hate America or hate the whole. Has anybody got something?
I got a lot more on this. Okay, now this is back in Isaiah 47:2. It says, "Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers," man. And that's uncover the thigh and make the leg bare and everything. It's talking about revealing the wickedness of America, man. This nation has covered up its sins for far too long, and the Lord's been seeing it.
Right.
You know, that's why it says that talking about all sinful nation. It says that the scriptures say that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times broader than the sun. He's seeing everything. He's from the history, from the time that America was built all the way till now. The Lord has seen its wickedness, man.
Right.
All the times during Esau and the 1940s and 50s, when Esau was bringing them all them drugs up in here, covering everything up, putting drugs in the hood and everything, pretty much addicting Israel to the point where they destroy themselves, man. Now it's Crips, Bloods, and all these gangs, Israel against Israel, killing each other, blaming it on us. But who was the one that put all that in there, man?
Right.
And this is just one example, one small example of what Israel has done. I mean, what Esau has done to Israel, and not just Israel, but to what he's doing to the whole world.
It's Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. "For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment." All right, so Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. "For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil." Like the brother said, man, the Most High is revealing this. He revealing all the wickedness of Esau, and you can clearly see, you know, like the scripture said, their tongue is going to fall upon themselves, man. You be like these Edomite doctors, man, speaking out about the jab, man. And it's clear to see that it's an agenda to put to push these so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans at the forefront, man.
Right.
Why you think he got all these damn so-called black celebrities, man? You know, pushing that. You should get these damn black doctors. Why are they so concerned about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans now when your ass been at the bottom since America started, man? You know, why do they care, man? It's an agenda behind that, man. You know,
if I can land back off it, because they're using really Jake as the foundation for the New World Order. And the New World Order is really universalism. Anything goes, man. And that's why everybody's being included into your plight. You know what I'm saying? Well, Black Lives Matter. You know what? I got punched yesterday. Asian lives matter. You know what? Trans lives matter. You know what? I matter. Yeah. We all matter, guys. Meanwhile, the nigga just was a stepping stone, man. You know, here it is. All these so-called black males are being trampled down in the street. But what do you see? Do you see the government giving them anything?
Man.
Nope. But who's he giving it to? Giving it to a black woman who could consider the so-called black male the problem. Meanwhile, running to Esau evil, man.
It's back in Isaiah 47 and 3. It says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, the shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." You know, so the Lord is going to take vengeance on America because revealing its nakedness, man. Meaning what? Meaning revealing its wickedness. You know, everything, all the sins. That's why Revelations 18 it talks about the sins of America being piled up. You know, and eventually she's going to be rewarded. You know, and it also goes into how, well, actually, this same chapter goes into, you know, pretty much America chilling, acting like nothing's like the whole world ain't burning. Everybody's still going out to the clubs, to the bars, you know, enjoying themselves here in America. Everybody else outside of America is getting murked. You know, there is judgment in America, but not like in these other countries. And America, these simple-minded Americans are seeing these things in the news. You hear about back even with Trump, you know what I'm saying, but with Obama, you hearing, oh yeah, we just bombed this country, but it's all good. And then all these Edomites are like, hell yeah, that's what America's all about. Not knowing that they just murdered millions of people, man. You got kids in there.
Yeah. Right. Man, you got, man, you go on YouTube and look at all the soldiers that's speaking out, telling all the atrocity that's going over there in the Middle East going on, man. Yeah. How they will just make up, bro, this nigga said they carry around AKs just so they can kill a motherfucker, pardon my French, and then just place the weapon on him and say he was a terrorist. You know what I'm saying? Wow. They blowing niggas away in flip-flops, man. You know? Come on, man. Like the brother said, children just shoot. And bro, when you look at these videos, man, Esau is just a killer, man. You know, they love it. You know?
You're right, bro. You mean to tell me all this time you've been ruling, you guys just have war all the time? All the time? There ain't no war going on there, man. The terrorists is you fucking crackers, man. Yeah. You over there killing innocent people over what? Their resources and shit?
Bro, that's what the nigga said. He said they went out on a mission, man. And these dudes, you know, they'll start shooting people, then lie and call in and say, somebody shooting at us, man.
Got insurgents.
And they said even if a dude do, you know, it's because they done killed his wife, they done killed this nigga whole family, man. Right. You know, and he want revenge, you know? Bro, when you think, hey man, the Most High is making Esau better, man, you know? Uncovering all that wickedness, man. That's why I said, hey, the children will complain of an ungodly father, man. You know, and prosperity will be a perpetual approach, man. Everybody calling this nigga out, man. And you a piece of shit, man. You know.
And the whole time you've been in rulership, man, you had caused havoc on the earth, man. There has been no peace in your rulership, man.
Well, you had George Bush, one of the dumbest presidents America's ever had. He said that the reason why they're going to war with Iraq was because of weapons of mass destruction. Yeah. But he couldn't find no evidence of it. He said, yeah, we're going up in there because we have found, we have some, some intel on Iraq having weapons of mass destruction. And while he's saying that, his eyes doing this. You know, like, yeah, we think they have weapons of mass destruction. So we're going to go up in there. You know?
Under that code name called Yellow Cake. I remember that shit, bro. Yep.
Yeah.
Proverbs 16:29. A violent man enticeth his neighbor and lead him into the way that is not good. See something. Why he's a violent man. That's his blessing.
Right.
Entice everybody and lie and shoot everybody, and everybody was with that war on terror. You know? Let America to a way that was not good. You know, so now we're coming to.
Right, man.
You know?
That's true.
Okay, look, I bet you. Okay, think about this, right? Any Edomite, like proud ass Edomite, you know, he drunk or feeling himself, or he just want to start some shit. He'll go in there like, what's up? How about you hit me? Go ahead, hit me. And then when you hit him, he'll straight up just lie and be like, oh, man, you know what I'm saying? He was doing this and that.
Yeah,
That's how Esau is. Or the so-called white man. That's how he is, man. And that's how Esau is in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Vietnam. He said that they were from out in the sea over there by Vietnam. They said that the Vietnamese shot them out. You know, it was us that was doing the provoking. You know, and that's how it's been through all the ages, man. Esau just going up in there saying, yeah, we pretty much. He's just saying things like that to justify himself, so he can go up in there, like Iraq, Iran. You know what I'm saying? All these other Middle Eastern countries. Like, yeah, they did this, or we need this, or, you know, for the safety of America, we're going to have to go up in there.
He enticed their ass, you know, like you said, trying to lead them to a way of democracy and all different things. That's why our nation's up in there. He led everyone to a way that wasn't because of his violence. You know, his need to kill and destroy. That's why Habakkuk 2:5 is desire larger than hell.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about death.
Psalm 73 and 6. Therefore pride compasses Therefore pride compasses them about as a chain, evil covers them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth.
That's a lot of pain.
That's the lies.
Yeah.
You know, your grandmother have a table full of food, and then you eat the food, and it's so much food, your eyes looking like you just want to eat more and more and more. That's like Esau is when it comes to these other nations. The nigga's so wicked, he'll kill you. He get that bloodthirst, and just got to keep going for more, man. He just can't stop, man. He's obsessed with blood, man. This nigga don't give a damn, man.
Yeah. Yeah, take it there.
Can you read that again? Can you read that one again?
Any particular point, Blocks?
Your eyes are bigger than your belly, man.
Psalm 73 and 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully.
Yeah, man. When it comes to slavery, they think, man, like, just get over it already. God damn, it's been 50 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally. I mean, the 50 years ago, you still had segregation amongst Israel and Esau, man. It wasn't even 50 years ago to where Esau could tell you, like, get out of here, man. This ain't a place for colored people. Hey, this water fine for whites only. You don't see that, boy?
Yep.
You don't see the sign, boy? That's not even 100 years ago.
Hey, you know,
Like 56 years
my
ago.
dad's from, the country. So he even told me stories of how he had to get down when the KKK drove by. You got to think in Texas, desegregation didn't happen until the 1970s. Forget that. They didn't stop until like 1970s.
Now we went from that to they saying get over to now everybody lives matter. You know, they equated the struggle of the homosexual to the civil rights movement. You know, trans lives matter. All these different things. That's all speaking lawfully concerning oppression, man. You can't equate none of that shit to what y'all did to Jacob.
That's right.
For the past 400 years. You know, you can't equate that. You know, but they're speaking proudly concerning it. Now everybody's oppressed. Oh, we all matter now. No, that's not what Jacob's saying.
Right.
You know, Jacob's on the ones that having Esau put his knee on you for 8 minutes with a proud look in your face. He ain't doing that to everybody else, man.
That nigga's still on trial.
Right.
Lord.
They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth.
Right. They set their mouths against the heavens, man. They all their mouths against the heavens. YAHAWASHI now shot the ways of the Heavenly Father, man. They set their mouth completely against all men. They're completely adverse of the description of the Heavenly Father's word. And that tongue is now walking throughout the whole earth. They got the whole earth against the Heavenly Father, man. Which is why there's going to be so many. That's why it's saying the slain of the Lord shall be many. But there's so many falling out of his devil's tongue.
The tongue represents his lies and shit too.
Yep, around speaking. Yeah, that's his tongue, his policy, everything. His
Democracy, yep.
All that, man. His paperwork, man. You know, his tongue is hella sin against the Heavenly Father. That's okay.
That nigga paperwork for real. Now you're in prison, you tell them why you're in prison, they think you're lying. Now showing your paperwork. The paperwork on Esau is right here in the scriptures, man. This is the real paperwork on your ass, man.
Yeah, man, that's why the judgment of America, Babylon, and Greece will be so epic.
Right.
You know, because they're at the forefront of that. They're more than right among the peace in Revelation 17th chapter. Okay, you spearhead this thing along with the peace. You know?
You got the nations drunk off their wine, that golden cup we speak about in the scriptures. You got the whole world drunk off your wine, man. Your democracy and your ways of living. Don't nobody want your ass in their country, man. You fucking up they over there living good and chilling. The women happy walking, but you got them driving, running all into camels and ditches and shit. Yeah. That's the women supposed to be driving, man. You come over there with your laws, your democracy, you got the whole world screwed up, man.
Women really don't have it.
No.
Like that common sense. They're good at nourishing an idea. That's where when you get a business, most of the time you won't, working your desk or even as a secretary.
Right.
A woman, because she gonna be real detailed. Why? Because she gonna latch onto your idea and make that whole flourish. You see what I'm saying? She was meant to back you up. She's a helpmate.
That's right.
And now they put it. These women are being put at the forefront, and look at them. They're through. Black women are really through. They really don't have it.
You fought for freedom and Christianity to blow a rod and pop your pussy on TV and shit. Come on, man. That's sad, bro. That's low level,
you
man.
You say you want rights, and your rights, equal rights to you means you could dress half naked and just do nasty shit.
Wow.
That's the power of women.
How is that liberating?
Right.
It's not liberating, dog. You're objectifying yourself, the same thing that you say that you don't want men to do.
Right.
But you're doing that on your own terms, because really, on a spiritual level, it's witchcraft. Women are worshiping these idols, man. Ashereth and stuff like that. They talk about that in Jeremiah 51st chapter.
Yeah.
All people.
Being nasty.
Yeah, man. You know, pushing that woman worship, man. You know, they're worship of the damn woman, man. You know, that's why Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion is up 50, man. And speaking of what's that bitch name? Man, the damn Congress lady, bro.
Oh, that black lady, the black skeleton looking at.
I'm thinking about her. I was thinking about her as I was speaking. Maxine Waters.
Yeah, Maxine Waters.
Maxine Waters.
Yeah.
That nigga.
Yeah, well, here it is. She's supposed to be she's supposed to be up there, something for so-called black women to look up to. But look what she's pushing forward.
Girl,
Yeah.
yeah, but he said that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, man, all these women that are in these professionals, you know what I'm saying, what's the word, the white collar and all that, they will be out of control, bro. They out of control, bro.
And this out of nerves to be, man, they can't make you happy, man. Like, you want to justify yourself, but you get mad when a dude comes shot there. But hell, you doing it though.
Right.
But you just want to do it on your own terms.
It's back in Isaiah 47 and 4, it says, "As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms."
That's right.
And when you go into that word lady, if you look up the primitive root word in the Hebrew, I can't remember what it is, but pretty much the definition is one who stands mightily against God. You know, and then who else is doing that, man? It's America. They say that they're a God-fearing country, but they go completely left according to the law, statutes, and commandments of YAHAWASHI. Everything, literally everything America stands for is against the Bible. And then they want to tell you, that, or not tell you, but then they want to show you that every time the president is inaugurated, they put their hand on the Bible, and they swear an oath. Man, they putting hella blood on their hands, man. They swearing on the Bible, and then they go and do the bidding of Satan. Man, the Lord, man. That's why it says, "Sit, silent, O daughter of Babylon." Here, I'm gonna read it again, actually.
That's why I got a lot to pay for. Even just that process, that inauguration of the witchcraft service. And then you have to incorporate the Bibles. And then you start running the world off your own penal code set of scriptures.
Right.
You know, so you can't some word behind you.
Yep.
So just off that alone, you got to pay for that. Because you do that every 4 years.
Man, that's right.
I got a real quick one. Psalm 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee, when thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and have been partakers with adulterers. Like,
So that's America's MO. Even rape, robbery, murder, that's how they got this country. It's how they amass most of the resources in the world.
Well, you read that
Also,
Isaiah 47 as
adultery.
well.
That's their main. That's what their main.
47.
You know, they call it dating, but no, it's just adultery. Everyone's just having sex.
Everybody just fucking.
Everybody just getting it in.
Harvey, that Christian,
Yeah.
you know, what's that bitch? His daughter, she being worshipped right now. You know, money getting ran through.
That's it. Women can just jump from man to man. They can divorce men and do whatever the hell they want to. You know, it's an anthem if you take a man's woman in the black community. It's a badge of honor. You know, it's all adultery. Swinging sessions, all type of stuff. You know, but that's Esau. But that's why the Lord said, what are you doing? What are you doing saying you're a Christian? With the nerve of you to say you're a God-fearing society, a God-fearing person. But you hate instruction. They don't hate instruction. We come out here and tell them the right instruction, but we act like we out here blowing up the block and stuff, you know?
Right.
Like we doing what Esau did. You know, but we've already given instruction from the Heavenly Father.
I was gonna say, man, he hated instruction going all the way back to the Canaan, man. You know, what did he do? I mean, yeah, what did he do, man? He didn't bring the right sacrifice, man, and he knew what to bring. That's why the Lord told him that, man. You know what you mad for? Basically, you know, you knew what to do, man. But Esau wanted to do his own thing, like the brother just read, and that spirit always been in that nigga, man. You know, swearing on the Bible and cast it behind him, man.
Yeah, but even in court, they have you swear the Bible in the court of law, but then they put that down, and then the judge decided to like their people calls it what they drew in the Constitution. There you go.
Judges taking bribes, even the lawyers, you know what I'm saying? They know a nigga committed this crime, nigga done murdered somebody. But their job is to lie and convince the damn jury that this nigga ain't dead. You know?
The other way around.
Yeah.
Think about how many so-called black men we seen in the prior years get out because they're wrongly accused. He done did 34 years of his life. 40 years, 12 years, dog. You know? There, what's that, Harris? The vice president?
Oh, yes.
Kamala Harris? She had a man locked up for 5 years, I believe.
Well, I believe it's either a documentary or some kind of show that pretty much shows you the inmates that were on death row that were innocent. You know? So Esau put these people on death row, and they didn't do nothing. They in there years just waiting, not knowing when they next.
That's what that movie was about. That's what that movie like. Yeah, it's a comedy. It was funny as hell, but that's what they were doing. They're going to trump those charges so they can get some free work out of it. Like the slavery was like.
Wow.
Yep.
In prison, modern day slave. Yep, it's true.
You know, and they still do it. That's why the documentary 13th Amendment, I believe.
Yeah, that's
I watched it when they looked at the progression of the prison population is increasing exponentially. All of them sit down. Why? Because they want to get that free labor. They still want slaves.
Okay. Verse 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit.
Yeah, and that goes into Proverbs 4 chapter, man. They sleep not lest they have committed something wrong. You know what I'm saying? They can't. They just have to do something, man. Like they have to mess with somebody. They gotta cause some kind of they gotta do some kind of wickedness for them to be able to go to sleep, man. You know, because Esau running around the whole world just messing with everybody, just poking them, and everybody. You know, he's poking at a bullbite, waiting for them to explode, and then he poking at God, like, man, you ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't touching you. You know what? That's what he's doing pretty much. Until what? Until they explode, and they're like, man, get that fucking finger out my face. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, these other nations are going to explode, and Esau's face, man.
You know, snap on his ass.
Now, everybody's seeing how Esau treat the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Hey, you say these damn Ishmaelites looking at Biden like he's some kind of damn hero, but then when he was put in office, he pretty much changed what Trump was doing with these little kids, right, with ICE and these camps, these concentration camps.
Yeah.
And then Biden pretty much just erased the name and put another name on top of it. What did he say? He calls them recorrection centers or something like that. But it's still pretty much, he pretty much said, like, look, for those kids, for these illegal immigrant kids that don't have their parents, we're just gonna put them in these camps, and then we're gonna re-educate them. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same thing. Like, nothing changed.
Simulation school.
It's the same thing.
They did to the Native Americans.
Man, bro.
I'm sorry.
My bad. I was gonna say he just pretty much put some sugar on it.
Yeah, he put some sugar on it, bro.
That's all he did.
Hey, you gotta think after the assimilation schools, what happened to a lot of the Native Americans? They were adopted. They were put into these adoption homes, bro. So they actually tried to wash what will breed the Native Americans out, man, which is another form of eugenics. Or breeding their ass out. So a lot of these people that are walking around, they don't look so white. They could actually be Native Americans now. They could.
Man, that's
Possible.
fucked up.
Adams.
Yep. Yeah.
This is Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
Yeah, Mount Seir going into Esau, man, the mountains of Esau, and governing bodies. You know, you had Esau and Mount Seir back in the ancient world, but now you got Esau back here today, man.
Yep.
That governing body, Esau ruling right now, right? Go ahead.
Verse 5, it says, Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time of their iniquity had an end.
Right, that goes back to Psalms 137:7, talking about raise it to the foundation thereof. And when you go into that word raise it pretty much symbolizes like a razor blade. You know, like when Esau, when he shaves and he's got that Gillette 4 or whatever, it's pretty much shaving it all the way to the foundation to where it's like it gets it all out. And that's what he was trying to do with Israel, man. He was trying to pretty much root them up to where we was never gonna come back.
Right.
You know?
He's still trying to do that to this day, man. That's why he pump these jabs into our children. You know, the food and stuff that he puts into our neighborhoods, man. All this stuff is designed to kill us. The water that come out your faucet, the water that you take a shower in, man, is designed to kill you, man. The mattress that you lay on, everything this man has is designed to kill you, man.
Yep.
You know?
That we eat.
Exactly.
Food, yep.
They don't tell them what we been. They don't tell them what we've been eating, man.
See, like that's why I said that perpetual hatred. This goes all like you made that example with Cain and Abel. It goes all the way back there, man. That's why Cain slew Abel, because he saw that and he was like, man, I'm just gonna kill him, man. Like he was jealous. And then it goes back to what go forward in time with Jacob and Esau. You know, now, I'm gonna kill my brother Jacob. You know, fast forward all the way throughout the whole history of between the so-called white man and the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans, man. These low-level Edomites don't know why they hate us, but in their spirit they just do. That's that perpetual hatred. You know, these elites, they know why. You know, they know. You know, but Esau over here, he just hates Mexicans. It said the sign said, no Negroes, no Mexicans, and no dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, why'd you put dogs in there? You know?
The so-called white man, what he'll do is he'll come to the so-called Negro down here in Texas here talk shit about the Latinos. Then this motherfucker go to Latinos and talk shit about the blacks.
Yeah.
Man.
I remember in high school, this old white dude came to me, came up to me and said, "What we did to y'all was wrong, but them coming over here, they don't belong here, brother. Now me and you, we're all right with them. They don't belong over here. Wetbacks, wetbacks. Look at this wetback. I'm talking shit about him. Come on, Star, what's up? Yeah, and then you know, and then goddamn Issachar, you know, he trying to fit in, so he started acting like the white boy. Then there's enmity. All because of Esau Edom, bro.
Divide and conquer. That's how he's always done. You can't divide against yourself, can't stand yourself. They hold him over when he come over here.
He ain't even shit himself, man. Fucking crackers ain't nobody, man. You got the nerve to talk about other people, man. I hate you motherfuckers, man.
No, when you be around the stories you will hear about these people, man, it's be grotesque.
Man.
They want to paint themselves as they're so civilized. You hang around them, you get a little sense about yourself. They're obsessed with race. That's all they talk about, man.
Right.
Especially when a black person is around. They can't help it. If it's not such a big deal, then why is it you're the ones that's bringing it up in any capacity? Whether it be intellectually, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sports. You're the one that's bringing that shit up, man. You're the one that with the obvious problem.
That's right.
Jake naturally wants to cheat him, and Esau Edom use that you know, attribute that we have to his advantage. You want to you trying to get it just beer, just hang out with your brother. Well, I got a 40 for you. It's 99 cents. Oh damn. Yeah. Years later, this Jake just passed the hell out of 58.
Right.
Nigga gone. He on somebody's t-shirt.
Right.
Cause he was drinking poison the whole time, man. Eating poison the whole time. Yep.
Man.
This is back. All right, this is back in Ezekiel 35, verse 7. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate and cut off from it him that passeth out and him that returneth.
That's right, man. So the Most High is gonna do away with Esau Edom, man. And it's just time, man. You guys have done a lot of things, and the fact that you call it hate speech because we come out here and tell you that you're wrong. It's not just a past thing. It's not, oh, this is that 1960s thing. No, it's happening right now before our eyes, man.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I just want to say these cops killings are just small nuances of what's going on with the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, bro. It's bigger than police brutality, bro. It's our whole existence here. You see what I'm saying? We've been placed at the bottom in any capacity. You know? To the point when somebody sees us, he sees a criminal.
Verse 8, it says, and I will fill his mountains with his slain men, in thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall thy fall that are slain with the sword.
Yeah, man. From the top executives all the way down to the lead, to the average Edomite, man. They're gonna be slain. They're gonna be put to death. It don't matter. That's why it says that the Lord ain't gonna regard whether they be somebody of a high stature or these regular ass Edomites that don't know what the hell's going on. Right. He gonna put all of them to death, man. They no matter how important you are in this world, the Lord is gonna kill you like a damn. What is that one scripture that says that pretty much like you act like a god, but you shall die like a man?
Jeremiah, right?
Him that killed the young God.
No, it says like pretty much going into how
you say I am.
No. It says like you act not. I'm paraphrasing pretty bad, but it says like pretty much you acting like a god, but you're gonna die like a man. You know what I'm saying?
Psalm 82. He said, he's talking about us. Israel. We are God.
You are God.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
John,
yep, yep.
There is one that says, I am, and no one else besides me.
Yeah, that's one you're talking about.
That's in Isaiah 47.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's the one I thought you was talking about.
Okay, I'm thinking about Isaiah 14, where it says, I shall be like the Most High.
14 and
It shall be
13.
brought down. Yeah, okay, if y'all can get that one, yeah, that was. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Esau over here thinking that he's some type of, he's doing something, going up against the Lord, taking quotes of the Bible, destroying Israel. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much in their mind, they have what is what the psychology calls delusions of grandeur, which pretty much means that you think in your mind that you are God, like you really like is that being. You know what I'm saying? You got it.
God complex is going on with Esau. Because the Most High gave him all the knowledge. This dude can measure light. He can do all these things, but he forget that was given to him. So he's so puffed up about it. He thinks he's doing something.
You got it. You got that picture. It's Ezekiel 28, and I started verse 1. It says, "The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, Thus saith the Lord, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God. I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man and not God. Thou shalt set thy heart as the heart of God. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that there is no secret that they can hide from thee." Like the brother says, and they can measure light, he can do all these things. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver unto thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches.
That's right. That traffic, man. That's really how Esau even was made rich. Really with the controlling of the currency. And also with the controlling of the currency, the controlling of contracts. You dictate certain things which would be advantageous for you because it's your currency. Right? So you get things cheaper. That's what he did to China. That's why he goes to developing countries and places these manufacturing companies. Right? It's a term called outsourcing, right? Which happened like in the 1970s and 80s. That's really what destroyed Chicago. A lot of people don't bring that out because that area was very industrial in the 1960s.
You can do it to this day. Now you call a lot of companies. You hear somebody from India talking.
Yep.
They call some type of stuff. They like what's the outsource? They send no jobs on the seas. Yeah, man. He mastered that. Like I said, commerce and control the money. Patent inventions that he never invented, but slaves invented them. And since he owned slaves, he got some patent. So now this guy, he can see everything. He can't hide nothing from him because he has satellites everywhere. Cameras and cable boxes. He has the end of every microphone. He can still turn your phone on, all this type of shit. So he's a man, all this type of abilities, but it was given to him. But he's still just a man.
Just a man.
That's why I should say, there's no more wisdom and team. You don't need no smart slaves in the kingdom. Both sides are just sucking the slaves dry.
Right.
So where they can't keep themselves afloat. They can't keep shit hid no more. They just making dumbass decisions after dumbass decision. Like, your last best thing was what, 9/11. Now they can't hide shit. They ain't slick no more.
Yep. It's really with the help of that unicorn too. You know what I'm saying? People weren't doing really. You know what I'm saying? Because with that we're able to see what's light and what's darkness, man. So there's so much information being brought out to where we by the scriptures know what this man's about to do. I wouldn't say to the T, but yeah, to the T.
Yep.
We know at least we know what he's about to do to us in the world. Now how the process we don't know, but the end all be all is to get everyone chipped.
That's what I say. We know in part and prophecy. So all things the Most High given to us, we know, man. We see it. The main thing that's important, we can see it. Go set that modern day you're really doing. And Esau thought he was so slick with that. Didn't know the Most High had him a trick back, and that was really for the elect. There's word to go out. And Now everything now you can't do nothing without it being uploaded online within a minute.
Man, that's
You know,
real.
you caught. And now they know they messed up. That's why they basically have to shut that shit down. But by then, the elect's gonna be sealed. It's gonna be too late.
This is back in Ezekiel 28, verse 6.
That's an eerie feeling out here today.
That is, bro.
They want it to be somber, but it's just not. It's like they're trying so hard to be happy, but they know that some bullshit is about to happen, but they refuse to stop, bro. It's like they want to be, it's like they're trying to be, I'm about to say something old, so I'm going to go ahead and say crunk. And it ain't crunk no more.
Yep.
It's done, bro.
Start sucking the mirth out.
Zap the spirit out of this place.
Yep. My words go hard in the truth. There's nothing left here.
Man, that's real.
You know? Hey, now more than ever, it's time to get that faith for yourself, bro. You see what I'm saying? Make sure you get that faith. You know? Get that faith for yourself, brothers. We're gonna need it. Because if you want to be part of that elect, you're going to have to go do some great things. Okay? We'll go do some very low lows, bro. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's going to get you out of that is faith, man. All right? Build your faith up, brothers.
All right, this is Ezekiel 28:6. It says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, thou hast set thy heart as the heart of the Most High. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations. And they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. They shall bring thee to the pit, and thou shalt die the death of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. Wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am God? But thou shalt be a man and no God in the hand of him that slayeth thee." Yeah, man. So your ass about to be brought down. You about to find out that you're not a God, man. Because Esau got that mindset, man. You know, that God complex. That's why he's trying to do everything that the Most High does, man. You know, this damn transhumanism, man. All this madness, man. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's Esau's spirit, man. Like he'll be on the brink of death. You got a sword. You got this, for example, you got a sword about to go through his heart, and you tell him, man, all you gotta do is just say sorry or something, right? And then, Esau will be, Esau will be like, man, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got the sword.
Boys in the hood.
Come on, man. But that's Esau's spirit, bro. Like you be
Bruce Willis spirit.
you got him on the ropes.
Spitting shit. Come on, motherfucker. That type of thing, man.
Yeah, hey, that's why Revelations, the 12th chapter, it said that they were afraid when they were fighting against Michael and his angels, and then you had Satan and his angels, but they durst fight. They said that they were afraid and they still fought. That's Esau, man. He's like, man, like Elder Ariel made that example. Like you got these Edomites that be going to like in the army and stuff, and they go to war. They'll be scared. They'll be like, "Fuck it!" Ah, you know what I'm saying? They'll rush up in there because that's that's how they are. You got a gun to their head and they'll still spit in your face.
Right.
That's how proud they are.
That's also Revelation 9 chapter. There's gonna be some elites in his prophecy, man. They even all that. You gonna be in the kingdom, and they gonna apologize. That's a hell of a spirit to have. That's Esau. To be in subjection, and you still gonna speak. You gotta go. But you was made to be destroyed. So that's your spirit. You the weak.
Okay.
But like I say, that leads right into what that brother was holding in Isaiah 14. He was brought down as a man. That's what the other nation say. Is this the man that made the earth and from this motherfucker? So he's gonna be brought down completely to that base man where he originally was.
And this old Homer Simpson looking at shit the world.
That's what you're gonna be reduced to.
Right. Yeah. Nigga Homer Simpson, man.
So this is Isaiah 14 and
Actually, I'm reading first step. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
yeah, man, America was seen like maybe like around the 1930s, 1940s as that city paved with streets of gold. Everybody wanted to be up here, you know. And you can say that at those times America was at its peak. You know, it was, you know, America was that superpower, that main one on the planet Earth. You know, and that's why it says that how had that golden city ceased?
The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
Yeah, man, the power and the influence that America had, it's the Lord has broken it, man. And now you have this filthy sewer of a country. Now America is like man, like everybody's looking at it like, ugh, like that woman that's been ran through too many times. Like back in the day, I think you made that example. Like back in the day, America was like that fine, young, everybody wanted her, and now she like got four or five kids. She got stretch marks.
Yeah, the bitch been bopping.
Yeah, you know. So now everybody's like, oh, that bitch hit you up on Facebook like, hey, hey stranger, where you been? Why ain't you say, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what happened to us? You know what I'm saying? Like that's America.
Right.
She was homecoming queen. Everybody wanted to get with her. Cheerleader, all that stuff. You know what I mean? She all, bad as hell.
Man.
But then all of a sudden, everybody, when you start reminiscing, get together, the whole class, when you find that everybody in heaven.
You add her too. Yeah.
Oh, man, she gave me crap one time. Oh, you know. That's America being seen for what it is now. That's when you read Isaiah 47. That's straight being lived.
That's right. You got it.
It said something about the scepter. What did it say?
The scepter in the room.
Scepter.
Verse 5, the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
Yeah, the scepter is a symbol of authority, man. You know what I'm saying? The Most High break this shit, man. He gonna break Esau authority, man. You know?
Yeah.
He who smote the people in wrath, a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindered.
Because he got the scepter, man. He was everybody was following him, man. You know? Everybody was following after Esau, man. You know? But, hey, man, the Heavenly Father's about to do a number on this place, man.
Yes,
upon the nation of Edom, man. You know? Everybody gonna see it, man.
Yep.
He ruled in anger, and he ruled the nations. He continued to smote everybody.
Still doing
Really
it.
unfair. Oppressing heritages, taking everyone's resources, gobbling up everything, man.
Right.
You know, with the force of the sword. So now he's being persecuted through the spirit, through the prophets, and through the other nations, and no one's going to hinder. No one's going to stop the program. Nobody's going to save the devil from the judgment he has coming. That's why the scripture say, Nahum, the Most High shall not acquit the wicked.
Yep.
Okay, you're not going to get off, man. Ain't nobody going to step in and save you and step on your behalf.
Right.
You know, your ultimate judgment is nigh, it's coming.
Hey, okay, man, Lord, we hope this is edifying. We want to give all praises to
Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom. DTA, Abab, my man in Alabama. Young cats, young